All right, so for our assignment today, I want us to start working on our environments that our animation's going to take place in. We should have done some storyboarding, so we should have some idea about like where our little story is going to take place, and I'll just do a little bit of modeling to maybe give some ideas and get something rolling, right? So I found a little references, so I think I will just add one just so I could have something to look at. So I'm just gonna add it into Blender. So maybe I'll just bring this side over here. And I'm gonna make this window into my UV editor just so I could open up an image. So maybe I'll open up these two just so I could look at them. So like maybe I don't know, maybe Spider-Man's fighting in like a factory or some kind of setting like that. So, something. So let's see. Or maybe a warehouse. Let's load up another image. I think I had a warehouse. I guess I don't. All right, well, this will be okay. So I could have that just right there to look at. And again, how I did that is if you see this little plus, you can open and close new windows. So if I go to the corner and see that little plus, I'm just going to click and drag. You can see I can open up a new window. I can click here to change my window into anything I want. I'll use the UV editor or image editor, whichever one. And since I loaded those images, I could load them up just so I have something I can see and kind of reference on. So, maybe I'll make a cube to start. I'll just scale that up a little. Let's go into edit mode. Maybe I'll just delete these faces for right now so I just have a room that I could look at. And let's start modeling some of this stuff. So so if I wanted to have like maybe like a second floor or something like that, let's see, I could add a loop cut by doing a Control R, and I could add a loop cut like right there. Then all I would have to do is, I could grab this face, kind of like extrude that over here. Or, then I could just, extrude this back and have a bottom. I think that's better. Could have a bottom if I want to have some windows back here. Maybe I'll add a couple more loop cuts. So Control R, I can middle mouse scroll. So say I wanted some windows in these panels here. That way I can grab these faces. I can press I and then I one more time. So I have individual on. I can do something like that. Maybe I'll grab these. Maybe I don't want the windows to be so big. So I could pull these up, something like that. And I could just delete these faces. And, I could have a window back here. If I want the room to extend, I'll just grab these. And just something like that. Now I have a room back there. So now there's a little room back there. Say I want these pillars. Let's see. I'm going to go to points one. I'll grab this one. I'll do shift S, and this is going to be my cursor select menu. So I'm just going to do cursor to selected. So you can see my cursors right there. So I'm going to go back into object mode. I can, create a new cube. Maybe I'll just scale this down, something like that. And I could just put this in the right position. Maybe like right over here is good. let's just hit tab. I'm gonna grab this face down here and just pull that down. Right, so instead of duplicating this, I'm just gonna add an array. So I'll go to modifiers, generate array. That way, this is going on the X. I could just, you know, decide like how far I want this, maybe like right here. I could put 3. So that's the easy way I could do that. So maybe I want a pipe coming through here. So let's, I'll grab this face. I'm gonna just do Shift S again, cursor to selected, just so my cursor goes there. So then I can go back into object mode, Shift A. I'll just make a cylinder, right? It should pop right there. I'm gonna rotate that on the Y axis, so R, Y, and I'm just gonna type 90, just so it flips over. You know, I could scale that up, something like that. You know, I could grab this face, pull it forward. So say if I wanted to like make it curve down and go back and do like a curve out or something. There's this tool, spin, we could try using that. So once you click it, you'll get some options up top. So maybe I'll just put steps to like 5 right now, just so it's not so much. And I think I need it on the Y, right? So it's gonna start off at the origin. We could do active nose. No, where is it? Oh, let's change this to active elements. All right. So once you see it start moving, we could just move this. All right. Let's try that again. So I'll rotate it a little bit. And then you could, so I just have to move that a little and just get it into the right place. Right. And then we can continue the move with this tool right here. So if I just move that, and I'm just trying to get it correct to something I like. So maybe like that is okay, right? Just keep tweaking it until it looks correct. Okay. All right. Okay. So maybe it comes into the ground right here. I could just, it should be good like that. So that's like one way you can get curves and things like that with using the spin tool. It takes a little getting used to, but it's one way we could do that. Maybe I want to bring these edges out a little bit more then. So something like that. Alright, so it looks like some of my vertices aren't connected. So I'm just going to connect these. One way we could do that is we have this magnet tool right here, so I could change that to vertex. And that way, if I hold down Control, I should be able to snap it into place like that. Right, so now we have, so maybe there's some tubes coming out this way. Let's see, oh. So one way we could do that, so I already have one tube. maybe I could just duplicate this one. So I'll do Shift D and I'll just move this over here, and let's see, I'm gonna rotate it on the Z, RZ. I'll do -90, and then I'll rotate it on the Y by 180, RY 180. So now I have a tube that looks like this. Maybe I could put that into place. Maybe I'll shrink this down a little bit, right? And, you know, I'm just gonna have it sticking out of this tube, I guess. Right, something like that. And maybe I'll bring it down a little bit more. Right. Maybe I'll even bring this one up a little bit more. And then, okay. And then I could just bring this face down, I guess. So we have something like that. There's all these like little rivets and things like that to make it more interesting. We could do that too. Let me pull this out more. Right. So we could just easily do that by creating some maybe loop cuts like that. And let's do a bevel. So Control B. We could bevel that, and now we'll have some cuts like that. And then we could do Option E. And we'll do extrude faces along normals, and then we can do something like that. Now we have those kind of like little rivets. There's like little box things under there, so let's maybe bring both of these up a little bit. Okay, so there's like these little box things, it looks like 3 of them maybe. So maybe I could just do that real quick. Let's see, I'll grab this. I'll do Shift S, cursor to selected, so that's there. Do a mesh, cube. Let's see. I'll just scale this maybe a little bit this way and a little bit that way, and maybe a little bit. Let's see. And let's see, I'll put it at the first side, so maybe it's right here, right? It's got that kind of like it's holding the pipes, right? Then I'm just gonna add another array. This time it's gonna be on the Y, right? Could, you know, push it out, so maybe it's like here, and then maybe I'll add, you know, something like that. So we have those little box things. And, you know, I could just add an array to this too. Array. Let's do Control A, scale, Control location. Okay. All right. So I just fixed the rotation so that it's working correctly. So maybe I can do that and put that over here, and then I can add one more. And we have like the 3 pipes. I could grab this one. We could add another array to this, and this one's going to be on the X this time. So we're looking at this second one. So I could just, you know, get that correct, and then I can add third, right? So you could see, you know, we can quickly start creating an environment that's looking more and more interesting, that where animations can take place. So this is just a quick little way that we can start that up.